Hello, hello. We are here with the Crow Inquisitors. Finally, after like 2 weeks now of not doing Crow Inquisitors. It's very sad because we had such a great session last time with Harvard the Goat Herder and redeeming decided on. Yeah. So
I forgot you decided to try and. I still can't wait to see how that goes.
Of course, my internet is literally just committing suicide right now.
Frame drops and stuff?
Yeah, like crazy frame drops, which is dumb because there's nothing going on. Why is it doing this?
I mean, it's just two people trying to stream from the same house.
Connor playing Paragon?
Is that right?
Okay, it stopped. I don't know if it's gonna go again though.
It's because Connor stopped playing Paragon after mentioned.
Okay, it's fine. Anyway, so let's go ahead and do our beliefs and instincts and figure out where we kind of left off and what's going on.
Yeah, fill me in. I've missed a couple.
Yeah. So yeah, let's do a quick recap first. So
Yes,
let's have so who? I mean, I guess I'll just do it because I'm the one who actually remembers what happened. So last time Harvard the Goat Herder came to town. This random guy who was very angry because someone killed his goat. Who was the one person who killed his goat again?
It was my cousin.
Yeah. You're obvious.
Which we never really figured out. Also, he face planted Theo, which was sort of hilarious.
Yeah. Harvard beat up Theo. Now Theo doesn't like him.
Yep.
This random goat herder beat up
doesn't
Theo.
like is pretty a tame way to describe it. I think.
Yeah. He has a belief about him now.
Does he really?
Yeah, Theo does.
Oh,
Yeah.
I enjoy that greatly.
Yeah, that's something Adam would do.
Great.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it actually makes sense that Adam can't make it today too because he's just doing his priest stuff with the priests, so it's fine. Or the priestesses.
I kind of like to try and find a way to figure out about that.
Yeah, sure, we can do that. Yeah. So I mean, that's the main thing that happened last. Was the Harvard came to town and you like Caspian? I think you told him like go spy on the Crow Inquisitors for me. And I will give you something. What did you promise him?
I gave him 5 goats.
Right. And then he
spent the money that they gave me.
Yeah, he went to Cantarius, and I think didn't he say that he wanted to join the Crow Inquisitors? Cantarius?
I don't remember. He told them that he wanted to hang out with them, but they pretty sure they said no. You're
Harvard,
crazy.
The goat herder.
Oh yeah, no. I mean,
you told him to buzz off because he's insane.
Yeah, you didn't let him. I know.
And then
yeah.
And so he's just kind of like he's
cool
just hanging out outside of town, I think.
Remember I told him
I think there was an accord where he was going to be nearby.
Yeah.
And I can't remember why.
He's like
I think he gave you a goat
nearby
in order to live nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Yeah, because he gave you the goat that you were going to bring
yes,
to me.
He gave you a goat.
That's what happened, right?
And then Cantarius is going to bring that goat cooked to oh, that's the thing actually. So if there is cooking involved, someone's gonna have to make a cooking roll. But
you're gonna accidentally poison me, and there's gonna be a war.
But
Question.
Yeah.
Is this goat herder a player character?
No.
I made him because I liked him.
He's an
NPC.
NPC.
I came up with the idea for him, and I'm like,
yeah.
But no, he's not.
Yeah, he is just an NPC. He's a very fun NPC.
Though I wouldn't mind playing him sometime.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, if Caspian dies, like...
Yeah.
Oh, well, problem solved.
I'll just play a crazy goat herder.
That's a terrible idea.
6th grade brawling.
Does that mean I get a chance to? Does that mean I get a chance to stage a military coup if he dies?
Yeah, probably.
Become the king I always wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically it would probably be you versus Kasim.
Yeah.
So
you and Kasim are probably
though.
Also, Kasim has all of the Marasi, which would be an interesting thing.
But you have the Outriders and probably the town on your side.
And my axe.
Though
hammer, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a hammer.
Presumably the Outriders aren't as good as the Marasi. Or is
I mean, obviously, yeah, of course. I'm just saying, like, I can definitely
because I
see.
didn't spend any points on them,
Right.
so
I can definitely see a future where Alrik raises like a revolution from the town and like takes over the town.
yeah, no, I think that would be cool.
That would be
I don't know how well it would go, but I think it would be cool.
Probably not well.
Yeah,
I've got the
knowing
Crow
me,
on it. Then it might actually be able to figure it out.
knowing me,
The unarmed,
and
half-sized.
And the way Burning Wheel works.
knowing me, the way I create characters, and the way Burning Wheel works.
You would attempt to do that, and it would go horribly wrong. The way that revolution would happen is if people failed rolls, not if they succeeded on them. Most likely.
Yeah, probably.
I almost like that better than being buddy-buddy with Caspian.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's having that, I'll work with you,
Yeah.
but I really like the color of your chair. I think it looks comfortable.
Yeah,
And-
I'm totally down with that. That's exciting.
Yeah,
That's very
I
interesting.
mean, I remember we talked about that being an
Yes.
interesting,
it was great.
like, I mean, because Caspian's ultimate goal is to become a golden god. So I remember thinking that would be an interesting branch of narrative if you ended up in charge of the town, basically. Because I either died from being turned into a golden statue instead, or actually managed to somehow become a golden god and then
Mhm.
left.
Yeah, Siegfried has some beliefs based off of that.
So
He's working towards the making you into a golden god thing, so don't worry.
Cantarius just wants justice.
Siegfried's my man. I got this.
Well, Cantarius wants
Yeah,
redemption at this point.
Batman.
He wants Caspian to be
Actually,
redeemed.
well, he wasn't here for that session.
Yeah, all I know
Yes,
is
no, that's
that
the thing. That is the most important
Cantarius
thing
was
that
like,
happened last.
justice.
Yeah, that's the most important thing
Yeah,
that
the
happened
most important
last.
thing that happened was he decided it would be a good idea to try and redeem me instead of kill me, which
Cantarius had
I'm
a
not
had
entirely
a
sure how that's
epiphany
gonna go.
because he was like he had this whole thing with Raiden right at the beginning of the session, and he was like doing some
The lightning god?
no
Combat?
with the guy
Jared from
the castrated
Uncharted
guy.
Worlds?
Dave, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah. I'm running out of Raiden. Sorry. Go ahead.
Was that the idea that like, he couldn't
the guy
just-
from the guy who got the disease right before he was going to get married.
No, that's Rayoden. Gosh. That's Elantris, the book
What?
that I'm currently reading.
Best book.
It's so
Oh,
it's so
I
good.
good.
did not remember.
That and Warbreaker are
Have you read
fantastic.
Elantris, David? Did you ever get around to reading Elantris?
Me? Yeah.
Right?
Like
Okay.
forever ago.
All right, just making sure.
I mean, honestly, I think it's probably my least favorite of his books, but it's still an excellent book.
Yep.
Like,
I agree.
I still
Okay,
really
as a
like it.
coder,
Yeah.
as a software developer and a coder, somebody who works
yeah,
with
that's fair.
language and actually making language do things, that was one of the most amazing books I've read in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure that was interesting.
Because it was sensical, it was structured,
Super cool.
didn't rely on innate ability so much as it just did.
Learning.
Getting it precisely correct.
Mhm.
So good.
Yeah, that's true. That is one nice thing. It's not just like you're born with superpowers. Sorry, go ahead.
That's fine.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah, but that's the most important thing that happened last session was how many sessions were you gone for? 2?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think 2.
It's not that I've been gone so much as that I wasn't here.
Right.
So much as that I haven't been part of the campaign until now.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll put it that way because like I had like 2 interactions.
Yeah.
The first round, and then
Yeah, basically like,
that was out last couple.
as
of
a real
weeks.
quick just kind of like recap of like what all the characters are doing. Cantarius has basically had an epiphany and he's decided to try to redeem Caspian rather than like just like trying to overthrow him or whatever, because he's looked at the situation. He's like, listen, we don't really have the manpower to like attack this city or like try to like assassinate him, and that's probably not the best way to go about this anyway. He was like, I need to try first to redeem him. I need to try to make this guy into a better man so that he's not a tyrant anymore. And so that's what he's attempting to do next. Caspian is he's going to be doing stuff with you. He still has assassins that are trying to kill him. He also wants to become a golden god, and so he set up Siegfried with a lab to get that done, and a surgeon person to teach him better on surgery and anatomy and stuff, so that Siegfried can get it right this time. Siegfried. One of the things that happened last time is Siegfried attempted to did his first attempt on uplifting a meerkat. And he did it accidentally. He failed the roll, and so he did it. But the meerkat is definitely evil now, and is gonna
and is
gonna be
an
bad
evil
news.
genius.
Yeah. Oh no!
Yeah,
I think he may be smarter than I am.
Yeah.
Oh no!
And then let's see. We actually got to see Trevor's character last session, which was really cool. Trevor's character.
I hired him to barkeep for my wife's wedding.
Yep.
Or wedding.
Birthday. Yeah.
I decided that instead of just being like, I don't actually care about any of the other wives, it's actually more of like he celebrates them all at once, because even though he has money, having 50 birthday parties every year would be insanely expensive. And
assuming they're evenly
around for them anyways right now.
Assuming they're evenly distributed, that's about a birthday party a week.
Yeah.
But they're not evenly distributed by nature of statistics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he has in his celebration for like his wives, because also I thought more about how he thinks about them, and I was like, I don't think it makes sense for him to just be like, I'll just have it for Gwen, and that's it.
Yeah, they're like one entity to you. They're an organization that works for you,
pretty much. Yeah.
So do you have the Marasi birthday?
That's right, because they're all assassins.
Yeah, they're like assassins and spies and stuff.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that was really redundant. Sorry.
That's right.
Yeah.
You also do you also have a Marasi birthday party for all your soldiers?
That would make very little sense.
Yeah,
I pay them.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
They can throw their own birthday parties with their own money that you given them. So that happened, and then we got to see Trevor, and got to see him being hired by Caspian to bartend the wedding or the birthday. Gosh, bartend the birthday.
Sorry, I have you doing.
Yeah, I know. We also saw him. He feels so. He has this weird mark on him. What is this on his arm? Yeah, and every time he meets someone who is going to cause an incredible amount of change in the world, the mark on his arm grows bigger, and it pains him. So it's writing out this some sort of like description in a weird language that he doesn't know. Yeah, in weird script that he doesn't know. And every time he meets someone who's like going to cause a lot of change in the world, the tattoo basically grows. And
didn't we decide it was like when he meets those people, it actually looks like a mirror and the words like bleed out of it or whatever? Isn't that what happened?
Right, yeah, because it's a mirror.
I remember it sounding really awesome.
Yeah, it's a mirror at the top of his wrist, basically,
yeah.
And it is like bleeds out this script like down his arm.
Yeah, I remember.
It's all basically a tattoo, though.
I take it he's never met Dallin if he still has room on his arm.
Yeah.
So the brother of or cousin of Adam's character, the troublemaker dude who came from the pirate ship campaign.
Iris.
Yeah.
Iris, that's the one. He's off doing Handwavium.
Yeah, he's off dealing with the neighboring Serrano lord that
doing my bidding.
Yeah, that basically like has some sort of like blood claim on Caspian's barony. That includes this town.
What he has is nothing.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
According to Caspian, he has nothing. According to Eero, the neighboring lord, he has lots. But it's the way the world works.
Yeah.
So that's what Iris is doing. Yeah. So it's up to you, I guess, Josh. What was Alrik doing? Was he like seeing them off and making sure they got where they were going? Was he doing some reconnaissance and like stuff for Caspian? Like what was he up to? It hasn't been that long, only it's like a few days or something. Maybe a week.
So all of a sudden I have this idea for where I want to take my character.
Yeah, awesome.
But looking at my stats and attributes, that wouldn't work. Because the character's built for combat events, because the last time I had a character, he wasn't designed for that, and we ended up in combat a lot of times.
And this
but now this is going to be politics, and I'd rather do politics, and I have the strong urge to play politics, and my character actually literally can't.
Do you want to rebuild your character then?
Honestly, I think it might be kind of cool to watch him try and become a politician from a character.
Not in this system.
It's up to you.
I honestly do not believe that I could make Burning. I don't know, David. I don't know Burning Wheel enough to make this character grow in a specific direction that was not his original build.
Well, literally all you'd have to do is try the things, and you would eventually get them. And because you don't know them, you would get them very quickly, as opposed to
I think
trying to make a really high stat.
I think Josh's
better.
concern, right, is that he's just going to fail a whole bunch, right? That he's going to attempt to do those things, but then just fail a whole bunch.
And by the end of the session, when he gets to like level 1 or 2, it's going to be the end of the season, basically. And
I feel like just the direction my character's built in is to hit stuff and to take hits. So in order to do that, I sacrificed other parts of my character. I sacrificed other things.
Yeah.
And like base stat-wise, things that don't increase very frequently, he's not built to have enough of a foundation to play the part I would hope for him to play. So at most, he'd be a second-rate player.
Yeah, your base stats aren't super important.
Right. So again,
and I wasn't saying
I
that
would
was an
disagree.
decision,
Yeah, Josh, do you want to rebuild the character?
No, I meant that's fine.
I don't want to take the entire session to do it.
No,
That's
right.
the problem.
Of course. Yeah. I'm just saying, like,
you can just like switch around your stats and whatnot, right? With your abilities or whatever.
Not with Burning Wheel.
You could just reallocate them.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, you could.
Well, the only thing that would change is whatever your skills start at as a root. So as long as that didn't change, as long as you didn't change the numbers enough that the skills changed the roots, then it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Like, you could.
Everything else would be the same.
Problem is, like, all of his life paths are soldier life paths. So he does have.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It would be a little tough to.
I built the character to tank hits.
Yeah. So I mean, this is the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, so we could try to take this character in a way that's not straight politics, and more like attempt to use his strengths to do politicking, but in a very like, I'm gonna beat you up so you follow me way.
Direct way.
Right? In a more direct way. It's up to you though.
We've seen with Hammer in my other game that I'm not very good at making that kind of character work.
Well, okay, but the thing about Apocalypse World is it doesn't actually give the chopper a whole lot of tools to back up his chops.
Yeah.
Your character, like you said, if you told someone to do something, they said no, you could actually kill them pretty effectively.
Yeah.
And my suggestion wasn't that it was a better idea. What I was saying was that it might be interesting to watch him grow. And if obviously you didn't want to spend the whole game failing, because that's how that would go, then you could totally just redo the character. I was just suggesting that it might be interesting to watch him struggle and change if you wanted to do that, which if you don't, that's fine. I wasn't saying it was a better idea.
And that's the thing, right? Like, it's one way to play Burning Wheel, like, is to fail, right? Like, that's a way to play a role-playing game. It's just fail a
you
whole
would get a lot of Artha.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah,
that's true. I could totally turn this into a farm.
All I do with Gerwin is fail.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
literally, you could. So, and I mean, that's up to you. You don't have to do that.
Right. You could tailor your instincts and beliefs towards doing that, and because you have a trait like aggressive and like iron will and stuff like that, then yeah, you would as you like push really hard against a problem and are stubborn-headed about it, even though like you fail to persuade and stuff like that, and then maybe you like attempt to politic first, and then you go to your second option, which is beating people up, right?
That's true.
I mean, the lifeblood of politics is to get other people to do things you don't want to do. And if you're my buddy and you can convince me, who does have social skills, to do the things that you want that you don't feel like you have the tools to do, then you've just done politicking in the most effective way, and that you didn't do anything. And someone else did it for you. So, I mean, in a way, you can play the politics via the people around you.
That's a philosophical thing right there about government.
Yeah.
Let's not get into that
this
session.
Yeah.
Not this session?
All I mean is you do have other tools that you could use via characters that get you to places where your stats might not. And your character, I'm sure, is smart enough to be able to, because of your...
That's the thing. I'm just not sure that he's smart enough
to come up with that kind of stuff.
I'm just not sure that he's smart enough.
Well, and I mean, he's...
Unfortunately, he does have a 3 perception and 4 will.
That's the main... Really, it's my 3 perception that's deterring me from following this path.
So
David.
Quick way to do that though. That's the
that's...
quick way to advance that. You just need 2 difficult, 1 challenging. Just like attempt to do very hard like wise tests and other like knowledge based tests, and then you will get those tests like very quickly.
Yeah, because you can assign them to the attribute instead. But sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
if
off.
they are difficult or challenging when you're trained to learn a skill, they automatically get assigned to the attribute instead of to the test towards learning. It's only routine tests when you're untrained that count towards the
right.
Yep.
Right, yeah.
Oh, sure, okay.
So yeah, you could very easily meta that and get 4 perception.
What were you saying?
4 perception pretty quickly.
Oh, just that based on how much is built off perception, that would have to be move number 1.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Honestly, like maybe I'm thinking maybe I'm expecting too much in the way of consequence too from failing.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
You just have to play it smart. You just have to mark your intents correctly. Do very slow build up. Instead of trying to like go up to David and say like, all right, I'm going to convince you to like work for me now. You'd say, all right, I'm going to take a very, very small piece of that, right? And try to do a test that will gain me that thing. And then slowly work your way up to the bigger stuff. I can definitely see a really interesting arc with Alrik.
I have thoughts. Right? I don't want to. I don't want. Don't.
Okay.
Don't share this particular direction.
Okay,
I want to work out this vector with you off camera.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and do. Let's figure
also,
out.
just as a note, most. Can I just point out something? Most social skills actually are based on will, which is your higher stat. Perception is very little do. Like my perception is 4, and I basically didn't matter for any of my skills. You could probably get 3. I think is an average human being. So most of us probably have 3 perception as humans. So 3 isn't a bad thing necessarily. It's not an amazing stat, but it's also like an average human being. Like you're not an idiot with 3. So just so that's I know I realize because we're good at this, we have 6, but that's like, I mean, the most human can have is like 8, I think.
Yeah.
So it's pushing it.
And that's like
so yeah,
Sherlock
3 is actually not that bad. It's pretty much an average human being.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
and perception is not the stat that you're going to need
so.
for doing social politicking stuff. Yep. That's for knowing things and like other knowledge based things, observation, stuff like that.
So yeah.
But I mean that's the thing.
Yeah,
like,
those are just side points that I thought you might want to know.
You have persuasion, you have conspicuous, you have some tools to work with there. Anyway, so
plus, I mean, you already have a pretty decent station. You're in charge of a large portion of it. But yeah, all right. So let's move on.
Yeah, let's start with
unless you had more you wanted to talk about, Josh.
Whose background is being loud?
I don't know.
I think that's Chase.
I think it's you, Connor.
Yeah, I know. It's Chase in the background
with a vacuum cleaner.
No, it's like a gosh, how do you describe that sound?
Didgeridoo?
It's like a fan.
Yeah, that's probably me.
Chase with the fan in the hallway.
Do you want to just double check and make sure it's coming out of the
evil spirits in it?
The Yeti mic
screeching.
Yeah.
I don't have anything more specific right now.
You got Yetis in your house. That's probably your issue.
Is it better now?
Okay.
I mean, you could use May to hunt them in a couple weeks, but did you see that, David?
I'm trying to turn my gang down.
What? No, I'm sorry. What happened?
Winter Wonderland. They just announced the details this week for Winter Wonderland, the Overwatch event.
Oh, for Overwatch? No, I haven't. I have to look for that.
Sounds pretty cool.
We actually played a little bit today, thinking it was already started.
Sounds pretty cool, and they're introducing some new concepts, so it'll be fun to talk about later. I don't have anything more to cover right now.
Yeah. So do you want to just like come up with?
I'm writing up ideas. So do an event, something that doesn't involve Alrik.
Okay. So you want to come up with your beliefs,
so that I can give I can get some structure going to my character.
Yep. Totally fine.
Now that I have a direction to follow, I'll have a document to send you in a couple of minutes.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
Ish.
Sounds good. Okay, let's start with...
I'm glad you feel like you have a direction.
Yeah,
That's
for
cool.
sure. Yep.
I'm excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Cantarius, let's start with you. Let's just go through your beliefs and instincts real quickly. We'll remind everybody what you're about.
Are we online?
Yep. We're
on the news.
Yeah, we've been streaming.
Yeah, we've been online for a while.
Okay. I didn't know.
Minutes now.
All right, well, not everyone has to die. I will do this best for my people in order to teach them. I'll redeem Raiden. Siegfried is skilled but careless. I will learn what I can and befriend him. White Sea has been stained with innocent blood. I will befriend Caspian. And I don't know. I have a feeling that this session is going to change everything. I just pointing that out there. That I've come to the conclusion that I've held on to this character for a long time, hoping he'll be better, rather than letting him go where the wind takes him. And the wind has been very strong for a very long time. And I think it's about time to
trying to tell us you have
let
gas.
the story take it. What? What'd you say?
So you trying to tell us you have gas? The wind has been very strong for a long time.
Connor's dying.
Is it just me that's losing everybody? What's going on?
Yes.
No, it's
really.
I have everybody but Connor. Connor froze for me. Connor, you all right?
Oh.
You there?
you need a business
Am I
line in
back?
your house,
I
Caleb.
know, right?
Hello?
Seriously.
Hello? Am I back now?
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I can hear you. Your camera's laggy, but... So all I said was, are you trying to tell us you have gas? Because you said the wind is really strong for a long time. I was
Yeah,
just
no,
making a dumb joke.
Not worth
Sounds
it.
I
important.
said
We can move
yes.
on. All right.
Very bad gas.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So I mean,
okay.
no. I just the wind
Very
has
bad
been
eggs.
yes, very bad eggs
Mhm.
and really bad eggs. No, so I mean, just the story has been like pushing in a very specific way for Cantarius for a long time, and I think I've just been like, you know what? Let's let it go. Let's let it take me.
Okay.
So
I'm excited.
this is going to be interesting.
Awesome. I have a feeling both of our characters are going to end up very extremely messed up at the end of it.
Mhm.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm excited for that. All right.
Instincts and traits.
So
Connor,
where do
real
we
quick?
want to start?
Oh yeah, I forgot about instincts. If there is a
Oh, right,
problem,
sorry,
I will
yeah,
take the
that's
lead in
true.
order to protect my people. Always redeem those who repent. Never let relentless evil roam free. And then traits, or I guess I'm not blind anymore. Intimidating, foreign blood, haughty, religious, and weight of the world and authoritative.
Yeah, and you also have gifted,
They're very
dreadful,
interesting
and driven.
traits.
So
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't go
it
down
splits
that
them
far.
into
My bad.
different sections. It's fine. Cool. Caspian, what you got?
All right. Beliefs. Where my body fails me, my mind holds strong. I will see Siegfried's skill improve so he can finish what he started and restore my strength. A deal is a deal, and blood keeps it sacred. I will see to my friends in the north and be sure of their continued cooperation, which is something we're going to have to talk about because I just totally made that up. This desert is filled with obstacles. It's not a desert anymore. This wilderness is filled with obstacles. It's time to level the field, beginning with bringing Alrik securely under my wing. Instincts, always have someone dangerous to back you up, preferably Gwen. Never settle for less when you can have more, and always be the one in control. The traits are self-satisfied, affinity for business, noblesse oblige, crippled, palsy, pennywise, charismatic.
Cool. Jared.
Yeah.
Siegfried.
I have +1 obstacle to washing my delicates. What?
Sorry?
When I have palsy, I have +1 ob to delicate, because it's whenever you're doing something delicate that requires like precision with your fingers, you get +1 ob, but all I wrote was +1 ob to delicate. That made me think of the delicates that you wash, like in the laundry. Anyways, moving on. To the next person.
Okay. It's a lot
Sorry, I'm just
less,
pulling really bad jokes today. I don't know what's going on.
lot less interesting than I
Yeah,
thought.
I realize.
Okay.
Yep.
I guess I
realized
assumed the
that
worst
could
of
have
you
been a lot.
usually, David.
Yeah. I mean, usually you're right, so
Right.
I can't blame you. Yeah, Jared,
Siegfried.
how's your
Oh.
stuff?
Sorry.
It's okay.
Ludwetta
No, you're fine. That
intrigues
was-
me. I will convince her to become my apprentice.
For those who don't remember,
Who's Ladwetta? Is that the witch?
yes, the
that?
witch. That's the witch lady.
What?
Yeah, Siegfried is
How
going to try
does
to
she
make her
intrigue you?
She
Oh, part of her is
wants to learn.
intriguing.
She wants to learn, and she has ambiguous morals.
Don't ask that
Wow.
question.
She's very ambitious. She
Yes.
attempts to steal stuff from
Yes.
Siegfried.
Caspian has given me an opportunity, so I will utilize my new lab and make a solid gold living meerkat. I I have uplifted.
You're supposed to make me solid gold.
Yeah,
Actually,
but he's practicing.
Never mind.
Yeah, do you
I mean, it has to start
Yeah, no, I'm
somewhere,
glad
doesn't
doing
it?
that. Never mind. I changed my mind. I realized it's a smart idea. Go
I'll
ahead.
go straight for you, man. I have
Yeah,
uplifted
no,
my
shush, go, move on. Go on. I got it.
I have uplifted my meerkat friend. I will attempt to teach Meerfried the 9 disciplines. Yeah.
So he named the meerkat that got uplifted Meerfried, and he's going to attempt to.
Oh my gosh.
He's going to attempt to teach Meerfried the 9 disciplines. So that's a thing.
Yep.
That seems like a horrible idea.
The
It's a
evil
horrible idea.
genius meerkat learning the 9 disciplines.
Yep.
I don't know he's evil yet. He's just my little bouncing baby boy.
If I recall correctly,
He's your what now?
he looked at the
Yeah.
camera and spoke in meerkat, and the subtitles were "I am the master now." So,
Yeah. As long as he doesn't have the 7 potencies, though, we're okay. That was for you, Caleb. I don't think anybody
Yeah,
else.
I got it. It's lucky that I watched the last episode
yeah.
because I wouldn't have gotten it otherwise.
Right.
I haven't actually seen the most recent one.
I haven't either. Yeah, I meant the one before that. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
All right. Yeah.
Instincts.
Yeah, always
Sorry, Jared,
comment
go
on the wounded, and if
Yeah.
there's a question, answer it. And
That's
I'm
such a
not
good
going to
instinct.
read all my die traits. So.
You have abused, spooky, versatile, misunderstood, gifted, spirit familiar, tainted legacy, demon speak, aura of fear, sixth sense, dreamer, and meerkat speak. Whew. You have lots of weird.
And I had
supernatural
trouble
traits.
remembering my traits.
I know, right? And Alrik, you're gonna come up with your traits
Being
as
a
we
wizard
or
does for you.
beliefs as we go. Here,
Right.
gotcha.
Right. That's
Sounds
my
good.
intent is to, at least, yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so
Next time we play a Burning Wheel game, I'm gonna make a wizard and take all of the auras. Just every single one of them. They can all just conflict.
so you're gonna have
I
aura of
don't want
innocence
to play
and
that
aura
game
of
with you.
malevolence?
To be honest, David,
I
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
want to play that
It's
game
just
with
if you're a
you.
good person and you come into my presence, you're like, oh, he's evil. And if you're an evil person, you come into presence, you're like, oh, he's too good. And then, no matter what, you roll a steel test. And
exactly.
then also, apparently, I have to
I don't
die.
like rolling steel tests in this game. Probably my least favorite thing.
Well,
I don't like
thought
your wife.
least
Yeah.
favorite thing was
It's true.
having your character fall into a deep, deep depression because he
Yeah.
murdered another PC's child. That's not really bad, huh?
Wait, he murdered a PC's child? What?
Yeah, remember?
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
you murdered my daughter.
You mean an NPC's
No,
child?
that was
No, that was my
Cantarius.
daughter.
No,
Oh,
Cantarius
I
did
forgot
that.
about that.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's
technically,
Was
both
self-defense.
That's also true. That was
technically both
Cantarius' fault.
Cantarius
Yeah, we both
and
did that.
Antonius did it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you both
Cantarius
killed
And we
killed
both spiraled into
Alphonse's daughter,
depression.
and
Yes, that
Antonius
was-
killed Winter.
That was oddly symmetrical
It's
and
funny.
completely
yeah.
unplanned.
It was
Yeah.
great.
And I'm going to leave that character alone for a couple more campaigns. I may pick him back up again
Yeah.
He's still around.
because he's kind of important in your mythology that you're developing. So I'll
Don't
pick
feel
him back up
don't
later.
feel
But
like you have to, but
Yeah.
I have this misplaced sense of loyalty toward original plots and
right.
unresolved
I mean,
story
he can still do
points.
that as an NPC in the background.
Heck no. He's not an NPC. He's my player character.
Yeah, like if that sort of stuff
If
is gonna
he's
happen.
going to be changing the world, I want to be at the helm.
Yes, exactly.
But it'll be a while before he's in any
I
state
mean,
to
if you
save
want to get
anyone.
magic in like a one shot like I did, you could do that.
There's an idea. Thank you.
Why are you laughing, David?
Becomes the avatar. What? Because he made an
Oh.
avatar joke.
Oh,
He's
I
trying
didn't
to
hear
get
it.
out of here.
I was
How did you not get that?
listening to you.
So yeah, the problem is that all of our
So disappointed.
voices are like very disjointed. Like we're not hearing each other
Disappointed when you
until
listen to you.
recently or until a while after we
really?
say it. So keep that in mind. So
Yeah.
try not to. Let's try to not interrupt each other and like hear it out a bit. Yeah.
Do we want to restart the call?
You know what? That might work. And to be honest, this might be a good time to take a quick break anyway, because we just had a big discussion about like character direction
Okay.
and did beliefs and instincts and whatnot.
That's true.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. yeah, let's take a quick break and restart the call, and then
we did our role play super long introduction, so we didn't talk about
yeah. We went too far on the pre-show, David.
When have we not gotten too far in the pre-show?
Never. We never have a pre-show. We just go.
Well, the sad thing is we don't even intend to have one.
Yeah, that's true.
Caleb's always like, let's do in media res, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, and David's like, metagame.
All right, we will be right back with more Burning Wheel right after this. Stick around.